So you heard in the video, it was referenced. We've got the SLS rocket, the Space Launch System, the largest rocket ever built in history that's going to take our crew, in other words, the Orion crew capsule with the European service module, to the moon. You saw in the video that we're building the Gateway. Think of a small space station in orbit around the moon. The first elements of the Gateway are the power and propulsion element and a mini habitation module. Ultimately, what the Gateway will be used for in the year 2024 is to get humans down to the surface of the moon.
Presence mission, you know, like living quarters, habitat, space suits, recycling, all the rest of it.
Well, in 2009, we made a massive discovery. Hundreds of millions of tons of water ice on the south pole of the moon. Water ice is life support. It's air to breathe. It's water to drink. It's also rocket propellant. Hydrogen and oxygen is the same rocket propellant that powered the space shuttles. It's the same rocket propellant that will power the Space Launch System, and it's available in hundreds of millions of tons on the south pole of the moon. So how do we go to the moon sustainably? We need to be able to utilize the resources of the moon to live and work for long periods of time, and maybe even take those resources and create a fueling depot in orbit around the moon, ultimately so that we can go to Mars.
Not too many years ago, Jan Werner's vision of a moon village was...
because we have to learn how to live and work on another world. And the moon is a 3-day journey home, unlike Mars, which you have to be there for a couple of years. I would also say that we have to be careful, though, not to get anchored on the moon. We want to make sure that we're keeping our eyes on the horizon goal, which is Mars. The moon is the proving ground. Mars is where we need to go. The Gateway is open architecture. So the way we do life support, the way we do avionics, the way we do data, the way we do communications, the way we do docking, all of this stuff is going to be available online and anybody can have access to it. Then people all around the world, whether you're a private company or maybe even a small country, if you want to have your own lander, we welcome that. And we would encourage you to build a compatible system with the architecture to have access to the surface of the moon. So that's the goal here, is to create an open architecture, enabling capability so that we can do more on the surface of the moon than ever before.